Starts right now.
Welcome to the news at 5:30. Behind us, obviously, lots of activity, lots of rain on the radar. And this is something that's going to continue throughout the entire night, Shelby.
Yeah, so we've been kind of telling everyone over the last few days that we were expecting some rain especially today and even into tomorrow. And we do have a few warnings already issued. We have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for parts of Comal and Kendall County. This does not include Bexar County. It's just to the north, and just within the last few minutes or so, I'll actually pause this right here. That thunderstorm that's been producing 60-mile-an-hour winds that has allowed for there to even be a severe thunderstorm warning, that behind it there is a flash flood warning for portions of Kendall County and even for portions of Gillespie County, because if I take a look at the rainfall rates, this storm has been able to produce 4 to 6 inches of rain as it continues to move through. We're live streaming on the KSAT weather app. I'll talk about what you need to know over the next few hours here on air and on the KSAT weather app. But your full forecast, JP, coming up in just a bit.
Related to the Robb Elementary School shooting. A total of 7,000 pages of documents were released, including internal documents and emails from Uvalde CISD. Our KSAT digital team is combing through those documents right now, and we'll update you on what we find. And a hit and run during the overnight hours has left one woman dead and has police looking for the one person responsible. This happened just after midnight along Babcock Road and Wurzbach Road. That's on the northwest side. San Antonio police say that a person driving in a parking lot hit the woman and then fled the scene. The victim, who has not been identified, was pronounced dead on location. Police are now on the lookout for that driver, who is believed to be driving a Nissan Murano. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office wants your help finding this man, 51-year-old Jason Dwayne Wilkinson. He was reported missing in western Bexar County. Deputies say Wilkinson was last seen by a friend in a wooded area near Grossenbacher and Caldwell Ranch Roads. The friend adds they were looking for arrowheads when they lost sight of one another, and that Wilkinson didn't have a phone on him. If you have any information on where he is, call BCSO at 210-335-6000. Just days after a shooter opened fire on a Minneapolis Catholic school, killing 2 students and injuring 18 others, Pope Leo holding prayer for those affected and pleading for an end to what he called a pandemic of gun violence. Here's ABC's Jacqueline Lee with the details.
Sunday Mass at the Church of the Annunciation in Minneapolis was held today in the school auditorium, just days after a shooter fired hundreds of rounds through the church's stained glass windows.
When that first bullet came through the window and the voices cried out, "Down, get down."
Presiding over today's Mass, Father Dennis Zarin, who was leading Wednesday's Mass when the shooting started.
You rushed toward where the bullets were coming from?
It was just my instinct, yeah. I mean, if I could have got between those bullets and the kids, that's what I was hoping to do.
Today, he remembered the 2 children killed, 8-year-old Fletcher Merkel and 10-year-old Harper Moisky.
Remember our brothers and sisters who have fallen asleep in the peace of your Christ, especially Harper and Fletcher.
And in Rome today,
our prayers for the victims of the tragic shooting during a school mass in the American state of Minnesota.
The Catholic Church's first American Pope, Leo XIV, with a prayer and a plea.
We include in our prayers the countless children killed and injured every day around the world. Let us plead God to stop the pandemic of arms, large and small, which infects our world.
Minneapolis police say the suspect, Robin Westman, had no prior criminal history and purchased the weapons legally. Today on ABC's This Week, Minnesota Republican Congressman Tom Emmer said Minnesota's so-called red flag law should have prevented Westman from gaining access to firearms.
Never should have had access or been able to possess a firearm based on what little we already know.
The suspect died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Authorities have not yet identified a clear motive for the shooting. Jacqueline Lee, ABC News, Los Angeles.
The Trump administration is moving to send hundreds of Guatemalan children in government custody back to their home country, but a federal judge has told the president not so fast after temporarily blocking that move. Sources say the administration has identified more than 600 unaccompanied children from Guatemala in the custody of the Health and Human Services Department to potentially deport. The judge has ordered the U.S. government not to remove any of the individual plaintiffs for 2 weeks and has set a hearing. Here at home, a reminder that tomorrow a long list of new laws are set to take effect in Texas. Some of those include things such as neighborhood associations can no longer fine you for brown grass during drought restrictions. Drivers must now move over for more roadside workers, including animal control and parking enforcement. First responders will get new peer-to-peer mental health support. Foster children will gain access to expanded health care beyond Medicaid. And for shoppers, tampering with or stealing gift cards is now a felony. And you can use the QR code on your screen right there in the left-hand corner to see a full list, or you can visit KSAT.com and search for new Texas laws. Well, the weekend might almost be over, but there's still plenty of fun to be had for Labor Day. Devin Karp has what you can expect around town and also at the gas pump.
Here in downtown San Antonio, crowds of families are already taking advantage of the three-day weekend. Like over here at historic Market Square downtown, hosting a Labor Day celebration with food, live music, local vendors, and artists along the way, starting at 10 a.m.
If you're already in the downtown area and finished up at Market Square, you can head on over to the Artisan Labor Day Market over here at the Riverwalk, just near Alamo Street and the shops at River Center.
Local artists and businesses have set up shop along the water to accompany the tours, food, and crowds that are downtown. And speaking of downtown, San Japan, the anime and gaming conference that's been at the convention center, will end on Labor Day, hopefully freeing up some space on the congested downtown roads.
When you look at it year over year, yeah, you're paying less than you were at this time last year. But if you look at it week to week, you're actually paying about 25 cents more per gallon.
Gas prices are sitting at $2.76 a gallon on average in San Antonio, according to Gas Buddy. And while you might have seen some recent fluctuation at that pump, that might start to change.
And it's actually hoped over the next couple of weeks or so that prices should actually start to moderate and come down.
Devin Karp, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Devin. And something else to look forward to this Labor Day, the chances to win some big bucks. The Powerball jackpot has grown to a staggering $1.1 billion. Yes, that's with a B, billion. The next drawing is tomorrow night. Your chances to win the Powerball drawing, though, just only roughly 1 in 292 million. So you still give it a shot. Still ahead, the first week of college football is in the books, and there's tons of excitement for the season. Mayor Romadur will tell us which games to be on the lookout for. And got a toothache that needs some attention? Learn how you can get some free dental work tomorrow. Welcome back, and if you're off tomorrow for the holiday, here's a chance to get some dental work done at absolutely no cost. Recess Dental and Braces is hosting its 14th annual Labor of Love Free Dental Care Day. The event runs from 8 a.m. to noon at their Woodlawn Lake and Calabro Meadows locations. You can choose one free dental service like a cleaning, filling, simple extraction, exam, or x-ray services. Services are first come, first served, so it's best to arrive early. Be prepared to fill out paperwork and wait your turn. The event will also feature music, food, and activities for the community. And taking a look at live cam, we are still in the 90s, and it looks like a nice day at this live cam view, but there is still rain all over the place in our viewing area.
I see one little raindrop on the very left side of live cam. It's a little one, but we're going to continue to see the rain chances over the next few hours continue to make its way closer to San Antonio. We do still have 2 active warnings. We have a flood warning and a severe thunderstorm warning, both in Kendall County, moving into areas all associated with that area. We've been watching for that thunderstorm. Has been producing rainfall totals up to about an inch or so at times, but the rainfall rates associated with this are 4 to 5 inches at times, also producing some 60-mile-an-hour winds. That's just to the north of San Antonio, but it's getting closer to us. I'll break down the futurecast coming up after the break.
Welcome back. Your time, 5:43 this evening. We've been tracking storms the entire day, what feels like. We're going to continue doing that because more storm chances are on the way. And right now, we are currently in a flood watch.
Yes, so all of us in South Central Texas are under that flood watch until about noon tomorrow. But we do have 2 active warnings. We have a flood warning in effect for portions of southeastern Gillespie County and even for portions of Kendall, but even going into areas of Comal County. This is going to continue to impact areas of Blanco, Canyon Lake, even Candelia, Spring Branch. These storms are moving closer and closer to you. But I'll pause this just right here, and you can see that there is still some lightning strikes associated with it. But as I zoom out, just know that we have more rain on the way behind it. And that's not the only area that's seeing rain. That's just the only area we're seeing those active warnings as we speak. But right now, over the last 12 hours, we have seen significant amount of rain fall in areas near Sisterdale. I'll take this little query real quick, and in portions of northern Kendall County, almost 3 inches of rain has fallen over the last 12 hours. And most of this has been just from the last hour or so as this rain's continued to move through. Now, over the next little while, I'll track this specific storm out for you, especially if you're if you're in the area near Canyon Lake or even closer to Verde, and I'll move this out. It's moving at about a southeasterly rate, and in Smithson Valley High School, if you're nearby, then you should get the storm about 6:09. If you're near Canyon Lake or even Canyon Lake High School, you'll get this about 6:30 or so. But we're tracking another little bit of the thunderstorms near Bandera County, just now entering into areas of Bexar County, Leon Springs, San Geronimo. That's where we're starting to see a few of the thunderstorms make their way through, and that's going to continue. Basically, we're going to continue to see the heavier rain move through over the next hour or so. Here's a look at the forecast headlines. This afternoon into the evening, not everyone is going to see the rain, but it is still a 60% chance of these showers and thunderstorms, and it's going to continue to have that possibility into tomorrow, about a 40% chance, and even over the next few hours for that future cast, we're going to continue to see the storms and showers from the west move closer to, and as they do, we're also going to see a little bit of the training, not entirely, not exactly what we've seen months before, but we are still going to see some of these storms move back and build behind it and move over areas that have already seen rain. Not only the areas that saw rain last night in northeastern Bexar County, but also rain areas that saw the rain today. Tonight, about 10 p.m., we're still expecting to see some scattered showers and some thunderstorms. A little bit of a break, though. After midnight is when we're really expecting to see a little bit of some quietness, but tomorrow morning there is a chance that more showers and thunderstorms can start to spark. Still about a 40% chance of rain tomorrow, and then we start to dry out in the afternoon. So not everyone is going to have their Labor Day plans canceled, but you might want to be able to have a way to get the notifications, not only from the KSAT weather app, but just weather notifications tonight and even tomorrow morning if you're going out in the early morning hours. Here's a look at the forecasted rain totals. Not everyone is going to see rain, and I think this graphic does a really good job at showing that. In areas of Bexar County not seeing any rain, but your neighbor could see portions where they can see a few inches of rain. Now, the good news is we're not expected to see rain starting tomorrow afternoon into Tuesday. Only a 10% chance of rain over the next later portion of the week, but rain chances return to the evening, but we're just keeping an eye on the chances of some thunderstorms producing some light isolated street flooding tonight, guys.
Glad to see that it clears up into the middle of the week, but something to keep an eye out tonight throughout the entire night. So the KSAT weather app, something to keep handy for sure.
Yes.
Thanks for that, Shelby. Now shifting gears over to sports, the Cowboys locking up their lockdown defender and defensive back today.
Yes, Deron Bland, the ball hawk, one of the best cornerbacks in the league, agrees to a big contract extension days out from Dallas's season opener at Philadelphia. And UTSA, Texas State, they have a week 2 date, and both programs had very different openers yesterday. More on that after the break. All right, DeRon Bland probably dancing just like this today after signing a 4-year, $92 million contract extension with $50 million of it guaranteed to keep him with the Cowboys until 2029. The new extension makes Bland the 6th highest paid cornerback in the NFL. The 2022 5th-round pick led the NFL with 9 interceptions and a record-setting 5 pick-sixes just 2 seasons ago. Now, Bland missed the first 10 games with a foot injury last year, but this contract signifying his importance to the defense moving forward.
He's good at both, which is really cool. Sometimes guys are, they're really good outside corners. They're okay nickels. He's not. He's really good inside. He proved that as a rookie. He's proved that this year. And he's also really good on the outside covering guys. So I think that that's just a huge, huge benefit for us. And he's a good blitzer. He's a good tackler. The coverage skills speak for themselves. And like I said, it's invaluable.
Well, Trayvon Diggs hoping to rejoin that Cowboys secondary soon. Bland and the Cowboys kick off the 2025 NFL season on Thursday at the home of the defending champion Philadelphia Eagles. Dallas is currently a 7.5-point underdog. The Houston Texans will open up their 2025 campaign on Sunday in Los Angeles against the Rams. That's 1 week from today. Kickoff is at 3:25. LA is favored by 2.5 points right now. Well, week 1 is in the books for the now 0-1 UTSA football team. Visiting Kyle Field to face number 19 Texas A&M right out of the gate is a challenge the Roadrunners were willing to accept. And UTSA did hold its own all the way into the third quarter, where a 75-yard Robert Henry Jr. rushing score made it a 3-point game. However, the Aggies blew the game wide open after that with 3 unanswered trips to Pater, and UTSA would fall 42-24. Nonetheless, Henry was a bright spot, providing hope for the Roadrunners' rush attack this season.
They probably came in the game thinking we was gonna be just a little pushover, So I think we shocked them. Y'all gonna get this from me every week. I just gotta keep trusting the O-line, keep trusting the O-line, and continue to ground. I feel like last year we wasn't really poised in the noise. I feel like this year we kind of that's kind of a motivation to us, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, we on the road and nobody was here with us, and I think that's kind of a uplifting to us, you know what I'm saying? So it's great.
Well, next up, UTSA welcomes Texas State to the Alamo Dome for what has surely become a rivalry game. Texas State, now a member of the Pac-12, went a different route with their season opener. They'll be entering week 2 with a lot of confidence after handing Eastern Michigan a 52-27 loss.
We had run the ball so well all spring, all fall, just based off their defense. I was like, man, what's this actually going to look like? We're going to be throwing it every play. And, I think we were so efficient in the pass game early that it allowed the run game to really open up. But I think it goes back to, and I've been saying this, like the way Brad can play, right? His style of play, that's what it looks like. When you go out there, you have the ability to go rush for 400 yards, or whatever we did, when you have a quarterback that can do both, and he's efficient in the pass game.
Freshman Brad Jackson is the Bobcats' starting quarterback this season, and it'll be a homecoming for Jackson next Saturday. He hails from Reagan High School, and he had 114 passing yards, 48 rushing yards, and 4 touchdowns with no turnovers in yesterday's win.
Here Marburg wants to throw again. Plenty of time. Going deep. Man is wide open. It's caught, and it's a touchdown by Kettles.
What a weekend at UTRGV this weekend. The debut of Kettles football was a massive success. The program picked up a 66-0 win, led by former UTSA signal caller Eddie Lee Marburger, who went 18 of 19 for 365 yards and 5 touchdowns. What an impressive outing by Eddie.
66 points and a clean sheet in not just the season opener, but the football program's opener. What an impressive start.
Yeah, impressive. Bravo.
So looking forward to that I-35 showdown between Texas State and UTSA. I know a lot of the people in the newsroom are doing the same as well.
Big time. Me
Thanks
too.
for that.
Excited.
We'll be right back.
So the severe thunderstorm warning in areas of Kendall and Comal County has been allowed to expire, but we still have that flood warning in effect for portions of Kendall County and even for portions of Gillespie County. But I'm starting to watch some thunderstorms enter in northwestern Bexar County, about to cross over 1604. I'll keep you posted over the next few hours, but we're going to continue to see the heavy rain over here in San Antonio till tomorrow morning.
Lots to keep an eye on. Shelby's got you covered. We'll see you tonight after Notre Dame and Miami. Looking forward to seeing you.